I started losing my hair pretty early on. About 17 or 18, I noticed my hairline was receding. It was a great concern for me at the time, and I was very preoccupied about my hair loss. My social life was affected. I lost self-esteem. I was constantly self-conscious about my hair, you know, how it's going to look, should I take my cap off? A lot of times I would avoid being under direct spotlights. I was constantly conscious about whether people are looking at me, looking at my hairline, whether they've noticed my hair loss. At 21, I did my first procedure, which with a pretty big name doctor who's still around doing procedures. I hope he's gotten better, but he made a scar in my donor area, very low in my neck, that actually made my problem a lot worse, because now, after the stretching of the scar, I had another bald spot to worry about, and it really didn't give me any coverage. 300 transplants to be exact, which amounts to nothing basically. You lose that every time you shampoo, so it was a total waste of money, energy, and you can imagine just the recuperation time. It was a big waste. Second procedure was done with another big corporation out in Florida. I'm not sure exactly how many grafts, but around 800 or 900. I spent a great deal of money, probably 3 times of what I spent here with Dr. Bolton. Again, they sprinkled something on top. It was no great cover. It was really no big difference in my hairline and my facial structure. Nothing was really significantly improved. Third time I did it, and this was over a span of a decade, 10 or 15 years, was in South America. I wanted to save some money. I went down there. It was the most reputable doctor in Venezuela. They do a lot of surgical procedures down there. Again, we faced the same problem. Very little grafts in one procedure, didn't really give me any density. I came out wanting more, although it did make a little bit of an impact, but no coverage at all. I was literally bald about a year ago when I came to Dr. Bolton. I came here because I saw his website, I saw some of the testimonials, and I saw how heartfelt the ex-patients, I should say, were. And they didn't look at all like they're suffering from hair loss. When I saw their before pictures, I was sort of convinced, because you see a lot of these before and after testimonials on the internet. But this one, to me, seemed more genuine. I decided to make an appointment, came in, the doctor himself, who was before his operation, came in and sat with me for about 10 or 15 minutes and gave me a lot of confidence. He talked technically about how to basically get more grafts out of my donor area. The technology here, guys, is so much more advanced than any other place I've been, and I've been involved in this, not just hair transplant, but medicines, treatments, and I'm telling you, this is the most effective procedure I've ever done. And I still have thin hair, but I have hair. I'm not bald anymore. I can't tell you how much happier and how much better the quality of my lifestyle is, because I've always been concerned about hair, and now I actually have it. With this feeling, and obviously if you're conscientious about this, you look in the mirror and your attitude changes. I'm taking care of myself more. I'm eating better. I'm more confident at work. I'm better in social life, meeting people. Girls obviously are a lot more impressed. Not only do I deal with the hair loss problem, but I have very thin hair. and my hair, even in my donor area, is not very abundant. So this actually helped me increase the area from which they extracted the grafts from, and we could achieve in one procedure what we couldn't have even achieved in 3 prior procedures that cost 3 to 4 times more. I can't tell you how many times people that haven't seen me in 6 or 7 months come up and they're like, what the hell is going on? You look a lot better. And sometimes they can't even put a finger on it, but you know, that's how it is. Like, your entire face changes, really. Staff is more than friendly, certainly helpful. Beyond their friendly attitude, I consider it almost like a family here. What we had to deal with is not just my hair, you know, my hair loss area, but also the damage that have been done by the prior procedures. I'm talking about 3 scars that were left, literally bald spots in the back of my head. So now what Dr. Bolton did, he not only filled up my hair loss area, he filled up all the scars that were previously done by bad procedures. So now I can run the brush through it, I can even cut the hair in the back, and the scars are not visible anymore. There's a myriad ways of financing this procedure, and also how they treat you about, you know, how they explain it to you of how much money you're saving in the long run. With other procedures, as I told you, I've spent 3 to 4 times more than what I've spent in one procedure here. I think they've revolutionized the financial part of it, the cost part of it. I really like that. More abundant hair, established the hairline, and also covered the scars in the back of my head. Some of the few major points that I gained here by this procedure. I love you, man. Seriously, you changed my life. Thank you.